Hi and welcome to my tutorial on how to crochet my Orla inspired square, the wonderful Orla. I'm going to, I think it's pronounced Kylie. I'm not absolutely certain, so she's going to be Orla from now on. But it's an absolutely iconic design which I love, and so this is how I crocheted my square. Right, so to make this square I am using for my sample double knitting weight yarn. I have got here some Stylecraft Special DK. I'm using a 4mm hook, but you could use any weight yarn you like. Just go by the ball band for the recommended hook size. So I'm going to chain 4 and join that into a ring. Okay, and I want 12 double crochet in that ring. I use US crochet terms, seem much more logical to me. So the first double crochet we work by just going chain 3, and then we're going to do another 11 double crochet into that ring. And then work a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3, cut the yarn and just fasten that off. Okay, now I'd like the centre of this circle to be closed. You could have worked a magic ring, an adjustable ring to achieve this. Great, if that's what you like to do, do it. I find them really awkward to do, so that's why I go with the chain 4 method and make it into a ring. You'll have noticed I've crocheted over this free end so that I can, when I've finished, I can just pull it and it'll tighten up that hole, and then I can finish off, because of course that would just pull open again if left. So I just work backwards and forwards just a couple of times at the back to secure that end, which will keep that closed. It does make the centre there slightly more bulky than it would be with an adjustable ring. In this case it really doesn't matter with this yarn, it's quite soft. You sometimes find with a cotton yarn, which is a bit more substantial, that it can make that centre just that little bit more bulky, but for this it's absolutely fine. Right, so that's our start. We're going to change colour. Let's make this in orange. Okay, so you make a loop there. And I like to work for this next row just in the back loops only of the stitches, which leaves a nice finished sort of outlined edge for the middle. So if you go, and if you notice I've got my free end coming down towards me because I'm going to crochet over it. I'm a great believer in crocheting over ends so that you don't need to then sew them in afterwards. So I'm starting at the opposite end to that, and I'm just going to go into the back loop of that stitch. Okay, bring in my orange. And in this round we're going to do another circle, and we're going to basically work 2 double crochets in each stitch so that we end up with 24 stitches. So again, we start off by chaining 3, which is our first double crochet, and then if you bring your end round and you can crochet over that around, we're gonna, just working in the back loops, remember, crochet 2 double crochets in each stitch. Now it does look a bit like you're pulling the loops out here. Don't worry, the tension will sort itself out later. It'll all sort of settle down again. Finish by working final double crochet in the same stitch as the first one, and then we're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. Okay, so we've got a circle. So now let's work the petals, and on this pattern there's 4 petals to the Orla flower. So we're going to miss the next stitch and work into the one after that. So we're going to work into that stitch 2 half double crochets and then a double crochet. So miss a stitch, and in there half double crochet, half double crochet, double crochet. In the next stitch we're going to work 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then in the next stitch we're going to work 1 double crochet and 2 half double crochets. Then miss a stitch and work a slip stitch into the next stitch. So that's the first petal done. 3 more to go. So miss a stitch, 2 half double crochets, double crochet, 3 double crochets in the next stitch, and then double crochet, 2 half double crochets, miss a stitch, slip stitch. I'm going to speed up to finish off. And you finish by working a slip stitch in the same stitch that you started. There you go. And fasten off that colour. Okay, so there you go, that's your basic Orla flower shape. Okay, for the final round we're going to start in the middle between 2 petals. Now we're actually going to work, if you can see here, in between the 2 petals, in between the underneath the slip stitch, there's a sort of gap just down there. We don't want to be up here underneath that stitch. We just want to come down slightly. If you see there's 2 double crochets underneath, and if you just pull them apart, you'll see there's a bit where the stitch the yarn comes across for the stitch, and just directly above that is where you want to be popping your hook. Okay, so let's join our cream, and I'm going to chain 2. That's going to count for a half double crochet, and then in the same place I'm going to do a double crochet. Okay, we're now going to, you're going to miss a stitch, but it's almost hidden anyway because it's underneath that double crochet there. This round, when we're working around the petals, we're going to be working again in the back of the stitches to give a bit of definition to those petals. Okay, so we've missed a stitch which is under there, and working into the back of the next stitch. Okay, I'm going to work over that free end while I'm doing. I'm going to work a single crochet, another single crochet, a half double crochet, and then we're going to work a corner by working a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. If you're at all concerned about where your stitches are here, if you're getting a bit muddled where you are, this corner stitch is being worked in the top of the middle double crochet from the 3 double crochets together in one stitch below. Can you see that? So the middle one, that is where we're working our corner stitch. So if you're getting a bit mixed up as to where these stitches need to be, find the middle stitch, that's where your corner is going to be, and then work back to, so then the one behind is a half double crochet and then 2 single crochets, so that's the stitch that you want to be going into. I may be overcomplicating this for you, but I found myself when I was working my first few of these that I just wasn't absolutely sure that I was going into the right stitch here, so every time for my first few squares I found that corner stitch and then just worked back in order to place my single crochet in the right place. After I'd done a few, I trusted myself a bit more that I was getting it right. Okay, so down the next side, a half double crochet, 2 single crochets. Remember, we're just working in the back of those stitches. I'm going to get rid of that now. I think I've worked over it enough. And again, so now working again into that little space underneath the slip stitches from the previous row, we're going to work a double crochet, a half double crochet and a double crochet, all in the same place. Okay, which just brings you that indent in the middle of the petals. So let's do the other 3 petals. Again, I'm going to work over this free end to save me some time later. Single crochet, single crochet, half double crochet and double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and I'm in that center one, which is fine, I'm in the right place. Then half double crochet, single, single, and again find that gap, double crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, single crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, corner, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, half double crochet, single, and we're going to finish by working a final double crochet in the same place that you started. Okay, like a slip stitch to the top, chain 2 and fasten off whichever way you like, and there you go, my Orla inspired square. I hope that was clear, I hope it helps, perhaps just help you follow the written instructions, and enjoy. Thanks, bye for now.